You are so committed to being yourself that it is like literally irritating their demons right now. And honestly, I wish that this was not part of the equation or like part of what we need to discuss. My watch going off as I say that, which is always confirmation. But, anyways, yeah, your light, your authenticity, your quirks, your uniqueness is irritating some people's demons. And like, you know this and you knew it all along, but you're like, I can't afford to care. Like, I need to show up as myself because I literally cannot afford to care. Like, what the hell? Like, if you think about it, there's only so many fucks to give in this life. Like, there's only so much. You only have so much capacity to give a damn. Really, you only have so much capacity to hold on to information. You know how much information is thrown in our faces every single day, nonstop, because of the internet? Like, yeah, it's a great tool, but it's just freaking constant, okay? Seven of Swords, King of Cups. And you're like, yeah, I can't afford to give a damn. I really can't. Like, in this economy, can I afford to care? No. Like, I'm sorry, but mama's got bills to pay, okay? That's the vibes. You gotta show up. You gotta show up for you, and you gotta show up as you. Because you know what? I'm sorry, but regardless, you have to show up, so you might as well be happy while you're doing it, as happy as possible, and the only way to achieve happiness is to be authentic to who you are. And I'm not saying to just go off the walls and be wild and whatever, of course. Different environments require different things, obviously. But it's like you're not going to force yourself to act in a certain way. It's just like you're going to act in the manner that you have to survive the circumstance and to GTFO. That's really what it's giving. And that's what's for the best. Like the King of Cups, this is making heartfelt decisions and putting your self-love at the center of all of your decisions, really. Like, that is what that is about. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more messages. And here's the other thing. Here's the other reason why. Because people don't want to see you move on. They really just don't want to see you move on. They feel like burdened by the fact, overburdened by the fact that you are leaving them behind, essentially, where they're at. That you're leaving them where they are at. You're no longer going to be there. And you are just, you got to step in. Okay, and that's the vibe. Like, that is what they're upset about at this point in time, because they know that. And it's kind of as if like your progress is making them feel stagnant. It literally has nothing to do with you. It just kind of points out like all the work, the effort, the late nights, the risks, the bets that you took on yourself, all the things that you did that they have not done, but they are also equally capable of doing, okay? Because that's the thing, like, you guys, in this lifetime, when you are somebody who accomplishes a lot, who achieves quite a bit, and you are attracting this kind of negative energy towards you, like, hopefully your energy helps inspire at least even one person to go ahead and just do exactly what they would like to do with their life as well. Because that's literally the entire point. Like, you know, at one, I saw this video earlier today, somebody sent it to me, of, you know, this guy talking about how all creators used to be viewers, okay? They watched somebody else and got inspired. Like, I literally started by watching YouTube. You know, I was very into YouTube tarot, and that's what I used to do. Now, I don't watch it as much because I'm, you know, of course, creating more now. But that's the point. Like, that's where it started, and that's where you started in some point as well, and you moving on to the next level in your life as well. It doesn't have to be content creation, you guys. It really does not. But you living out your dream life, you actually going after the things you desire, the people around you who are seeing you take that leap of faith, who are seeing you go after what you want for yourself. Yeah, there's going to be some people inspired by you, obviously. Obviously. So this is also why it's so important, you guys, to continue to live in your truth. I always talk about that, how it's not just about you, because all of our paths are intertwined. Truly, 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 they are. And the world is a much smaller place than you could ever imagine. Really, it is. Yeah, it's like, to be honest, these people are just too focused right now on you and what you're accomplishing versus what they could do for themselves. And you know what? Been there, done that. So this is a no judgment zone. Over here, this is a no judgment zone. But, you know, I've also been someone who's always gotten inspired by others. And that's the thing. You can choose to get inspired, or you can choose to get jealous, okay? But even inspiration, again, even because I'm somebody where I've been very inspired by people, maybe I've gotten jealous sometimes of thinking that somebody had it easier than me in some ways, and honestly, there is truth to that, especially for all of my marginalized friends. And then of course there's intersectionality on top of it all. But you get the point, you get the vibe, right? Like, it's, of course, there are people who will have it easier than others. This is true. This is true. But when I would focus on those things, it was harder for me to progress than it would have been if I remained focused on the inspiration of it all. And that's the thing, that some of these people, they're just not focused on the inspiration part of it. And they're coming more from like a jealous point of view, or a comparison point of view of judging themselves for where they're at. That's really what it feels like. But you deserve everything that's coming into your life. Like, you quite literally deserve it, because you've put in the effort, you've put in the work, you deserve it, okay? Seven of Pentacles. Justice is all about like getting out what you put in, right? So because you have been showing up, you're going to reap what you have sown, which is that Seven of Pentacles. You have really sown the seeds, and it's about to be time to harvest, okay? You're also starting to see things more clearly, because there were certain behavior patterns that people had with you, or certain things that you kind of recognized from some people, and you're starting to see the why behind it, and how maybe, yes, you could show up differently in some ways to help mitigate some of these things, but also while remaining authentic. Obviously, you need to remain authentic regardless. But doing it in a way that respects your personal boundaries as well, right? There has to be a balance between it. But yeah, you're understanding a little bit better as to why certain people show up a certain way or treat you a certain way, and having a better understanding on how to handle it, which is also helping you progress even further ahead, okay? But anyways, that is what I have for you. I love, love, love you, and I'll talk to you so soon.